Hello, everyone, and thank you for tuning in. Today, we're going to be looking at Bitcoin, its valuations against the US dollar, monitoring the move between the 20-week and the 50-week moving average. Remember, if you do like this video and the other videos that I make on this channel, be sure to hit the like button down below and also consider subscribing. So, with Bitcoin, I have it on the weekly. We mainly look at the weekly. Sometimes we talk about the daily move. I mean, we always talk about the daily move, and right now, the daily move, Bitcoin is down 4.6%. Okay, losing about $2,300 in valuation. So this is a pretty interesting moment. We can't see much on the weekly, right? We could see a wick to the 20 week, or we could see the wick to the 50 week. But if we flip it to the hourly and keep those moving averages the way they are, you can kind of get a sense of where we are, kind of thing, right? So you can see that we bounce, hit our heads on the 20-week moving average yesterday, I believe, 2 days ago, sorry, on the 7th, and then we're now trending back down. So we're consolidating within these two moving averages, and it's quite interesting. The 20-week and the 50-week are very close together. Right now, it's about a $4,800 difference between the two moving averages right now at this hour. So you could see that we are trending down towards the 50-week. Now, the interesting thing is that, look, we simply cannot guarantee that Bitcoin will go one way over the other. We can speculate, and I would speculate that we do, matter of fact. But with that said, we can only hope. Bitcoin is heading back down to the 50 week. We can only hope that it holds. And if it does hold, that we can then rally back up and break the 20-week moving average quickly, right? We talked about the chance of Bitcoin, despite going below the 20-week, able to rally back up very quickly. So in this case, back in 2013, from the week we got below the 20-week to when we broke it, was 7 weeks long, about a month and a half, right? We're getting ahead of ourselves. Obviously, this is only the first week or second week, if you want to call last week as well. We're week and a half in below the 20-week moving average again, and um, so you could say it's too early to call. I would say the earlier the better. If Bitcoin's able to get close above this week, above the 20-week moving average, then I would say that this move doesn't really matter. However, if we break the 50-week moving average, even by this week or next week, then we could potentially see some kind of further downside move, whether that is to the previous line of support at $28,000, $29,000, or potentially even lower. The next kind of level I can imagine would be, roughly the 100-week moving average, which is also at $29,000 and is increasing over time. I can't imagine Bitcoin getting to the 100-week moving average right this second or this week, but this 100-week is like moving up over time, and by next week, we should see closer to about $30,000 as the line of support at the 100-week. So this could be an interesting move, and it would kind of play well. Not saying that Bitcoin dropping is good, but it does kind of make this very nice looking accumulation zone for Bitcoin, right? We had the tops at 60 mid 60s, and then we have the lows in the 30s. And this entire year has just been essentially moving sideways, right? This is honestly, this is very interesting to me because we've never seen Bitcoin essentially move sideways for a year in a bull market, if we would still want to call it a bull market. I mean, you can consider uh, this move here, which was 23 weeks. Okay, it's not a full year. Or you could call maybe this. I think this was also around 30 weeks, 22 weeks. Okay, that's it. That's it. We don't see any other instance of Bitcoin essentially, if we do break the 50-week moving average amount you and bounce off the 100-week, that Bitcoin has been simply just moving sideways. I think regardless, Bitcoin still has a lot of room to grow. Again, we look at the monthly RSI. The monthly RSI is at 60.35. And we tend to make two peaks, right? I could be wrong, but I mean, considering the last two cycles have done a two peaks on the RSI, makes me believe that there should be one this time around as well. Where we come up to the high 80s, low 90 RSI. So for now, Bitcoin is fighting against the 50 and 20 week. Um, we'll have more information for the weeks to come, I think. The more weekly candles that get printed, the more information we get, the better we can understand, or if we see a breakthrough somewhere, whether that's to the upside or to the downside. I would say that, considering what Bitcoin is doing on the hourly, if we flip it back to the hourly, you can see that we're pretty low on the RSI already. We're at 30.94. Obviously, it can get much lower, like we saw back in on the 4th, where the RSI went to 9 on the hourly. Regardless, we are holding the 50-week moving average thus far. The 20-week moving average is holding as resistance. Fingers crossed to see if we're able to break through. Anyway, that's all for today, you guys. Thank you so much for watching. Take care. Bye bye.